About growth and decay, how can you tell it's growth?
If it goes up. If it's, greater than 1.
Yeah, so if the B is greater than 1, and it's going to go and shoot up like that, okay? The decay is going to be what? Between 0 and 1, okay? And that's going to be decay. Okay? So you should be able to look at these graphs and know which one is growth and decay. Okay, so if we look at number 1, is that going to be growth or decay?
Okay.
That is definitely going to be growth. This, we're looking at the 6, okay? So you're looking at the number that is closest to that exponent, okay? In order to graph these, you need at least a couple points. So we're going to use the same points on all these problems, okay? You're going to make an XY chart. Okay, and you're going to use the same 5 points every time. -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, now on your calculator, okay, you're taking all of these and you're typing them in this function. Where there's an X, you're going to be changing that to a -2, -1. Okay, so your very first button, you're going to hit a fraction button. Type, or you're not going to know how to type. Okay, and you're going to say 1/4, and then you're going to click over, and then say times 6, and then you're looking for a button that says X to the blank power. It looks like an X box. Click delete, over, times. Okay, and then you're going to type in 6, and then in the box, you're typing in -2. Sorry, and then click equals. Okay, if you get a fraction, it's going to say 1/44. Hit the SD button. That's going to take from a decimal or from a fraction to a decimal. And you're going to write that down. So your first number that you should get is 0.06. Is that what it said? 0.006. Okay, so obviously make sure that you got that. Okay, and then don't click erase on your calculator. You're going to hit the over button probably like twice to get back in that power spot. And then you're going to delete the -2 and change it to a -1. Okay, now again, yep, so that's what you guys need to do. If you need help typing, raise your hand. I will come see you. You got to learn how to type.
Show me how to do it.
Okay, hit your fraction button. 1/4. Hit over. I just don't like to show anything. Over. Times. Click delete, got 6. And then hit that blank power button. -2. Enter. Hit SD. So that's your first number. Now click over. This over. No more. Click delete. You're going to change it to a 1 now because we're doing -1. Hit the SD. You're going to write that number down. And then click over and click 0. Hey, what'd you guys get for the -1?
0.04.
0.04. Okay, and then go through and do the 0 and the 1 and the 2. Okay, if you need help, let me know. I can come help you. You good, Mike? You good? SD. There you go. what'd you get for 0?
0.25.
0.25, 1.
1.5. Yeah, right. So
1.5.
Good. And then 2.
9.
9.
Is it the same numbers?
No. These, yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant, like it's the same numbers.
Okay, now when you go to graph this, we get kind of tricky because anything that's under this line is under 1, and we see that this is under 1, under 1, under 1. Okay, so when you're plotting points, don't copy off me because it's not going to get you anywhere, okay? Because obviously I can't plot like exactly 0.006, okay? So that's going to be really, really close to 0. Okay, and then the next one, it goes up, but it only goes up by a tiny little bit, okay? So just make sure it's up above that one a tiny little bit. And then still, it only goes up a tiny little bit. Okay, and then your last two, you can always definitely plot. So I'm at 1.5, which I can definitely plot. And then 2 and 9, you can definitely plot, okay? And then we're gonna connect our dots. And because it's growth, it should look like this. You should have 2 arrows and obviously make that some sort of curved line. Do not try to copy my dots today. You need to learn how to graph them. My dots are not accurate. The same way yours are not accurate. You cannot plot 0.006, okay? So your 0.06 might be here and mine might be here. As long as it's somewhere close to that 0 line and they're slowly increasing, that's fine, okay? The 2 takeaways that you need to get today is to definitely practice graphing by yourself, okay? And as long as you're doing the typing, you should be fine, okay? I'm not even going to give you the opportunity to copy the dots today, just so you know, if that's what your plan is. Okay, look at the second one. We're going to make our XY chart. And we're going to start off with the same numbers, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, and on your calculator, you're going to hit your fraction button. Yep, hit your fraction button and type in 1/3. And then make sure you click over and times, and then hit your fraction button again. 1/2, and then hit over, and then hit that exponent button. Like not necessary. Like you can put them, but you don't need to. So it's just extra typing. So does anybody need help? Are you guys typing okay? Good. Perfect. Okay, so you're gonna hit your fraction button. 1/3 over times. Hit your fraction button. 1/2 over. And then this is the button to change the power, and you're gonna type in -2 for the first one. Good. Hit SD. So that's gonna be your first number. And then to get our second number, you're gonna click over 2 times -1. Good. And click over. Now we're changing it to what? 0. Good. And you just keep doing that until you go all the way down. Okay, what'd you get for -2?
1.3.
1.3. -1. 0.6. Negative or 0.
0.5. 0.3,
0.16.
okay,
0.83.
0.08. Okay, first of all, when you're dealing with the zeros, really we only need one number after the like other than a zero, okay? So you don't need to put 0.83, as long as you got the 0.8, that's good enough, okay? So the way that you can also read these is, if this person, he started out with $1.30, even though there's not another zero right here, you know money goes like dollars and then cents, okay? So to do decimal places. So he's really got 60 cents, then he had 30 cents, and then he had 16 cents, and then he had 8 cents. Okay, so slowly he's going down. And again, a lot of these numbers, all of these are under 1. So they're going to be plotted very small. So just move them down little bit by little bit. Okay, so our first one's starting at negative 2, 1.3. And then we move over one and we're at 60, 30, 16, and 8. Okay, they're going slow, but sure. Okay, and again, you're not going to be able to copy the dots off me. I'm not even going to give you a chance to graph them yourself. Okay. If you need help graphing or typing, let me know. I will gladly help you graph or type. Okay, look at 5. We're going to say x, y. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, and then on your calculator, you're going to type in 4 times your fraction button. And then you're going to say that 1/2. Then you're going to hit that power button, hit that over and then that power button, and you're going to run through the numbers. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2.
You just said that he was confirming that.
Oh, okay. And if you tell him, like, I always do the half on the board, and he can just copy, and then I give him time to work on his other half.
Ella hace la mitad de la página, los estudiantes que copian eso, y luego la otra mitad la tengo para que no se me
But he can do this half if he wants to, but he doesn't need to. But okay. Start on, okay, what'd you get for negative 2?
16.
16, good.
8, 4, 2,
8, 4, 2,
1.
1. Okay, those ones are all fairly easy to plot. Okay, so at negative 2, we're at 16. Negative 1, 8, 0, 4, 1, 2, and then 2, 1. Okay, because those are all whole numbers, that one's not that bad to graph. It's when you got like a bunch of decimals and zeros. Okay, it does make it harder to graph. Okay, and then we're just going to connect our dots. Okay, and again, it doesn't need to be perfect. As you can see, I kind of missed my dot, and that's totally okay. Okay, your number should be, I don't know, if it should be 0, you should be plotting at 16. Okay, I'm not like that particular, but I'm particular enough to where, like, if it's around the 0 marker, then we're good. Okay, if you tried to draw a line and you missed a little couple dots, we're good. Okay, but if you're plotting at 4 and your numbers are at 0, then there's a problem. Okay, obviously that's definitely wrong. Okay, but I'm not like, is that at 0.25? There's no way for me to, okay, that's stupid. Okay, so do your best, obviously. Nobody can color worse than Kevin, so we should all be good.
Okay. I mean, you know.
Okay, look at 7. We're going to draw our chart. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, and then same thing, you're gonna hit your fraction button, type in 1/3. Hit your over and times 7 to the x power, so to the -2 or whatever. You good? Okay, what'd you guys get for your numbers?
Holy.
Okay, 0.006,
Good?
0.04,
Good?
0.3,
Good?
2.3,
Okay? 16.3? Does everybody agree with those numbers? I don't know what they are. I can't do that in my head. Okay. All right. Y'all will find out when I'm grading it with the answer key. Okay. And again, all three of these are all smaller than 0. So make sure, is this growth or decay?
growth.
It is growth, so you're going to start off closest to 0 as possible and increase a little bit each time, but still under 1. And then once you get to the other two, obviously, yes, you can plot them. Okay, so we're starting off as small as we can and just increasing a little bit, still under 1. Okay, and then we're going to 1, 2.3, and 2, 16, and some change. Okay, and again, graph it yourself. Don't try to copy my dots. I just keep changing it so you guys can work on graphing yourself. Okay, number 9. I'm going to say -2, -1 is 0, 1, and 2. Are we on 9? Did I skip one? Okay. Okay, and we're going to say 1/2 times 3 to the x power. Okay, what'd you get for the -2? 0.05. Okay. -1. 1.5.
Oh, wait, no, that's 1. I didn't remember the negative.
You're fine. I thought that was off high, but again, I don't know. 0.16. Okay. What's the next one? 2.7?
0.5.
That's
0.5? Okay. 1.5? Okay. And the 2? 4.5? Okay, again, so, and if you read this in terms of money, they started out with 5 cents, and then they had 16 cents, and then they had 50 cents, and then they had $1.50 and $4.50. Okay, so again, we have 3 numbers that are under 1. Is this increasing or decreasing? Is this growth or decay? Okay, and it is growth. They're gaining money every time, so we should be going up little by little. Okay, so start as close to 0 as possible and slowly go up until you get to that third one at 1.5 and then 4.5. Okay, and then I would like you to do this. Draw me a squiggly line after 9 and 10. 1 through 10 you are required to have completed. Okay, so you have 5 to do on your own. Anything after that is extra credit. So you're going to get up to 6 extra credit points. Okay, if you do not want to do them, that's fine. But please draw me a squiggly line because then when I grade papers, I will freaking forget. Okay, so